Step right up to the shop, my children. Come on inside. We have another volume of Pet Shop of Horrors for you today. More creatures to help you with your problems. Or end them permanently.
The first story is about a dragon. A very special dragon at that. One that was never meant to leave the pet shop of Count D. It concerns a misplaced item. You see, an old man had bought a turtle egg to hatch for his grandchildren on Charismas.
An occasion that they still do not understand despite me being on a DVD all about it.
And poor Count D accidentally gave him a dragon egg by mistake. It is up to him and Detective Orcott to track the dragon down before it hatches. In the meantime, Orcott seeing just how many odd connections Count D has, including a dominatrix dentist and a member of the mafia, was having trouble training his poodles. Ah, but this was a very special dragon. It was shaped by the imaginations of those who it hatched near. So it was fortunate that it was not around anyone bad. Our next story is Dice, about a poor hustler and pickpocket who's particularly down on his luck, and yet he shows kindness to a little kitten he finds in an alley. Count D is more than happy to take the kitten to safety, but it seems the little princess has grown quite fond of the man, to the point where she convinces D to pay for his bail money and let him adopt her. She's a lady luck kitty too, for she keeps the little one by her as she helps him get money through gambling, more than enough for the two to live happily together. But of course there are rules to these things, and Count D gives explicit warning for the last rule: never make her cry. And when the man admits he'd prefer some adult human company, well, kittens can get sad very easily. Next up is Delicious. It is the story of an idol singer who was going to marry her manager, until she fell overboard on the boat on her wedding night. Many suspect the manager of having killed her, but Count D is dubious, especially when that same night he came across a mermaid on the shore. And he was all too happy to sell the mermaid to the manager in the hopes that it would help soothe his pain during this difficult time. But remember, my children, love is an addictive taste, much like human flesh actually, so beware of letting yourself get too caught up in things. And finally there is Destruction, which is less about a specific animal, or horror for that matter, but rather a meditation on survival, as Detective Orcott follows Count D into a natural history museum, suspecting he is up to no good. The two enter a dream state, beholding a world before humanity existed, and the question arises of what to do if they were stranded on an island. Would you kill the other to stay alive? How far are you willing to go to keep yourself going? And what happens when you are but the last of your kind?
Volume 2 does not have quite the same level of horror that the first volume had, but it still contains enough delightfully dangerous pets to satisfy your hunger.